Hello everyone. Is this, oh, there we go. Hello everyone. Here we are, day 11 of the 12 days of Christmas. Boy, oh boy, the time has sure flown by, hasn't it? And before we get started, I just wanted to remind you again that if you love Stampin' Up! Products as much as I do, then now is the perfect time to join my team, because you can choose up to $165 in product of your choosing and only pay $48. Or you can choose $252 in product and only join and pay $135. Now that is amazing. So, and if you don't already know, my name is Debbie Gibson, and I am an independent demonstrator in Ontario. Demonstrator of Stampin' Up! In Ontario, Canada. Of course, my words get all mixed up here. So, if you are looking for a demonstrator, I would love to have you join my team. So tonight, we are going to have some fun and make another card that even beginners can do. And it's going to be quite a bit different from what we have been doing. So, stay tuned and let's get started. Okay, so tonight I am going to use the Snowy Delights stamp set, die cuts, and masks. So this is going to be fun. Before we get into that, though, I'm going to cut the paper. So my base tonight I'm using is Pretty Peacock. Hello, Brenda. Thank you for joining me. So I'm going to cut this at 5.5 and score it at 4.25. Okay, that part is done for now. Now what I'm going to do is bring in a piece, and I'm using a full sheet. I won't be needing this, but I'm going to use this right now. And I'm going to tape it down so that it doesn't wiggle around on me. Then I'm going to bring in my Snowy Delight decorative masks. And you can do this in a variety of colors of your choosing, but tonight I'm going to be using Lost Lagoon, Pretty Peacock, Cherry Cobbler, and Real Red. So when you have these masks, I like to secure it. Now maybe, okay, it doesn't matter. I'm going to use it right there. So I think you can see that okay. You will once it gets started. And I just like to kind of secure it down a little bit with some Post-it tape. And the trick here is these have, I think you can see it, but if not, you might not be able to see it easily. Let me see. There, you can kind of see the little notch there. And they're all numbered 1, 2, 3, and 4. So what I like to do is that. So I've put a little notch in there so that I know exactly when I'm placing my number 2 on where I'm going to match it up to. So the first color I'm going to use is Lost Lagoon. And bring in your blending brushes. Now this blending brush, you would think that it has color on it, but it's just actually stained. It's good to go. So I'm going to ink up my Lost Lagoon on my blending brush. Make sure this is number 1. And I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to ink it up some more. and add some more color. You can make this as dark or as light as you like. And I think I'm just going to keep it like that for that one. Close that one. Remove my number 1. And I'm going to bring in my number 2. Match it up with the die, or sorry, the little notch here. Use my post-it tape again to secure it. Brenda, it looks like it's just you and I tonight. I know that others will be watching the replay. Mind you, there was somebody that did say she was coming for sure, and she's not here, so we'll see. Maybe she's having trouble getting in with her computer or something. Okay, so my number 2, I'm going to use my Pretty Peacock and a different blending brush, because I don't want to mix all my colors on my stamp pads here. And then I'm going to start going over it with the Pretty Peacock. So Brenda, I'm glad that you joined me tonight. I'm glad every night when you join me, but even especially more so right now. Do you have this set yet, Brenda? Okay, that one I'm done now. Oops, caught my finger. Now I'm going to take off my second layer. See how that's coming together so pretty? Number 3. Put that one over there. Again, I'm going to get my notch lined up there. Now I'm going to bring in my cherry cobbler. Do you like how it's looking so far? So many different color combinations you could use on this too. There we go. Problem is I need space here. Okay, nope. Take this one off so I don't forget. And bring in number 4. You could use whatever color you want. This is my real red now. I use the cherry cobbler because the Pretty Peacock is a darker color, and I use the cherry cobbler because it's also a darker color, and that way the color will show. Okay, now I want to put all these, especially the blending brushes, kind of out of the way right now. this off. There, so you can kind of get an idea like that. Now I'm going to bring in my trimmer just to cut this off a bit, because I want to use my die cuts to cut the snowflake out. Oh, I can actually cut a little bit more here. Okay. So now, bring in my, actually I want to bring in a piece of cherry cobbler as well, because you'll see in 1 minute. I'll just have to get my die cutting machine up here. There we go. Okie dokie. Bring in the die cuts. With this set, you actually get a lot of die cuts too. I'll show you. These are the two I'm going to use right now, and then you get these, and you also get these. Oh, actually, I forgot. I wanted to use this one as well. Okay. So, just going to line this up. I actually use a piece of my tape that I already used before. Matched up with my snowflake. And then die cut it. I need a bigger space here when I'm doing this. There's the snowflake. Isn't that pretty? If I bring it up closer, now you can see how the cherry cobbler does show through. It's hard to see it at a distance. I also want to, okay, I just used that one. I want to use this piece to die cut, and this one here. And I don't need that. Whoop. Maybe I do so I don't lose it. So there's that piece. I just want to move these out of my way. Isn't this pretty actually how it die cuts too? And you can do different things with that as well, but actually I just want these right now, but I take your pick tool. Where did you go? Here it is, right in front of my face. This is what I'm after now. And that. Okay, so there's our little pieces. I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals using the dimensionals that I made the reel with earlier today. Hello. Back from dance. Okay, so I'm going to put this now onto here. Can always use a little wink of Stella maybe too, ever so carefully though. But just kind of to make these kind of glisten. Whoops. I'm not going to do too much right now because I don't want my inks to blend in together, but I think you can. I don't know if you can't really see. Oh, there, you can kind of get a bit of a sparkle there. Okay, now I've already have this and this two pieces that I want. One I'll put on the inside. This pretty peacock is such a really rich color. I like it. And this I'm going to put on here. But let me see, I think. So I might actually glue this down. My other one I made, I popped it up on dimensionals, but I think I'm going to have it go down just because going through a mailbox, it might be better if this is flat because it's already popped up. Now, I also have to remember to make sure I'm not going to be going over too much here. I think that's good. Oh, you know what? I want to put these onto ever so carefully. Just a little tiny bit of course, oops, I was going to say, of course, the glue doesn't want to come out when you want it to. But put one up here. These are really tiny. I think I might just put a little, whoop, more than a little dot. Not too bad though. Maybe like that. And then this one, whoops, I almost did it on the wrong side. Just going to put a little bit down and put it down here. Then I'm going to bring in my Joy to the World. my cherry cobbler again. This is a nice stamp set too, because you can use it for the Christmas, or you can use it for just winter as well. And I'll show you, it has a great big snowflake here that can be stamped out, and then all these nice winter wishes, and even just like a warm hello. So it's a really great winter stamp set. And now I'm going to put it on here, and it looks like I'm okay with where I placed my snowflake, so it's not going to go over and above my card. So I'm going to glue this down. What do you think, Brenda? Do you like this color combination? And then these are the rhinestone basic jewels. I use them all the time and I always forget the name of them. But I'm going to put this right into here. And you could leave it like that, or you could, what do you think? Should I leave it just like that, or should I put a few more little gems on it, Brenda? What do you think? Leave it or put more on? So now there's a close-up so you can see it. I could leave that one as it is. Good, I'm glad that you like it. I'll show you my other card, and it has a few more gems. Oh, okay, I was just going to say, which do you prefer? So I have the first one I made, and then this one. So this one I did put more gems on. Do you like that one better with more gems on it? Or leave it plain? A few more gems. Maybe, because I put a larger one there, maybe I'll, put some smaller ones on. More gems, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I think I'll leave it at that. And that is the card for tonight. All finished. But isn't that fun? Just an idea. I made this one as well in a different color scheme with the Flirty Flamingo and Fresh Freesia, and what else? I think it was Petunia Pop as well that I used on that one. And then this one here is just using the one large die cut that I showed you. So here, sending you joy and many delights with family and friends and long peaceful nights. Really nice winter card. And this one just is a warm hello. So those are 3 ideas that you can use on that. Like that. But that is the one we made tonight. There. Okay. There we go. So I'm glad that you like that, and thank you very much for joining me, Brenda. And everybody else can let me know when you watch the replay. Have a good evening, and hopefully we'll be back tomorrow night if I don't have to go out. And if I'm not able to go on tomorrow night, and if I can't do it earlier, then I will do it on Saturday. So we shall see, okay? Anyways, thank you for joining, and talk to you soon. Bye now.